The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Am I supposed to have the webcam on? Because I don't see me.
Yes, I'm trying. Oh, there's mine. Can you see me?
Can you see me? Oh, right, this
I
way.
can see you. Yeah.
Yes.
All right, everybody. It looks like we are getting started tonight. We just thought we'd turn on our camera for a minute, and you can see me, Connie Ashburn, of course. And to my left or your right, I'm not sure which, but we both are named Colby. Can you see that on there?
Yeah.
So Colby he comes back and visits us every so often. You know, we see his name here and there. So to my right is Erica, and she is our newest member to the sales team. You guys probably know her from customer service, but she is going to be taking over some of Bash Camp tonight. So it's going to be her first experience of getting to share with all of you guys tonight. This is very exciting. So we're going to go ahead and turn our cameras off, and we're going to get started so we can get going on first week of Bash Camp number 5. I'm going to turn it off, Erica. All right, let me set the slideshow up. Hold on a second. Come on. Okay, we should be good. So I would love it if someone can give me a little hi sign that you guys can see and hear us okay. So if somebody just raises their hand, then we'll know that all is good. All right, you're doing
I can't see the screen.
It's showing your screen, Erica.
I
don't want to leave.
Is it working now?
This is too weird. Like, I don't know what. Well, cancel. Yes, it seems like it is now. Okay, so I see a couple people like Trisha and Tracy. They're raising their hands. Vicky, hi guys. Heather, we have like 3 or 4 Heathers. Hannah, nice to see you. Deborah, we got several Deborahs out there. Desiree, so it's cool to see everybody's name. Jackie, Jacqueline. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started because it looks like we're in good shape. So,
well, I can't see your screen. That's the only problem.
You can't?
No.
Oh, I can. All right, so someone needs to either type a message, or I see some people's hands are raised. Give me another hi sign if you guys cannot see. That's the tough part about this, is because I can't, we can't talk to everybody. I'm going to unmute, see if this will work. I have people putting question marks up there, which to me means like they might not be able to see it. Sometimes these things make me crazy. All right, somebody's texting me. We can't see your screen, so thank you, Lynette. I appreciate when someone does that. Whatever you did, Erica, must have caused it, because I think they could see it before that. To see it before.
Hi, did you hear me?
Say it again, what?
So the only thing I did was hit the little camera.
All right, guys, I want to wait to have Lynette respond to me because I don't know.
Can y'all see my screen at least? Can you see my screen, Connie?
No.
No.
You know, I seriously hate technology. No, just her screensaver. So they see your screensaver.
Okay, so maybe. How about now?
All right, hold on. We did not anymore. Okay, I don't know what that means. Show my screen. Let me try that.
Oh, I see it now.
You do? Okay, how about now?
Yes. Yes, I still see your screen.
Okay, so.
You have the badge.
All right, awesome. She said it's good. It's good. That's just craziness. Sorry, guys. You know, there's just always technology issues. Seriously. Okay, so we should be in good shape now. We're ready to start. So welcome to week number 1, Bash Camp number 5. It's hard to believe we've been through this 4 times now, but this is our biggest class, right, Erica?
Yes.
We have, I think, 900 and some registered?
Yeah, over 900.
I mean, that's just crazy. Absolutely crazy. So congratulations to all of you of being part of this. So we're going to get started because we have a lot to cover tonight. So let's go ahead and get started. We've got some notes to share. We do, of course, this on a weekly basis every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern. I guess I'm going to have to start putting Canada's times on here because I had someone text me tonight and I wasn't even sure like what time it is in Canada. So of course, tonight is March 21st, and we run for the next 6 weeks, so we end on April 25th. So I certainly want to encourage you to get that in your calendar or as a reminder on your phone, whatever it's going to take for you to be on this every week. It is best if you listen live. I just have to tell you, because it's really, if you don't listen to it live, then you keep saying, I'm going to listen to the recording, I'm going to listen to the recording, and then you don't always do that. So you have to expect, we're going to try to do it in about 45 minutes. Tonight might be a little bit longer since it's our first one, but just kind of put that time, block that time. And we do have a special game show night that's called Jeopardy, which was really fun. And we normally do that on a Monday night, a couple weeks into Bash Camp. So we will let you know what the date of that is going to be on next week. So we also, of course, have our Bash Camp number 5 Facebook group. So it is PZ Bash Camp number 5. And then Erica, how many people did you tell me you had on the group at this point?
For which one? For the Bash Camp?
Yeah, for Bash Camp number 5.
We have at least over 630.
Yeah, that's good. So there are still some out there that obviously haven't joined. So you can search for it. It's going to be, the link will be in the email that you'll get tomorrow. So if you've not joined the Facebook page, I would recommend you do that if you are a Facebook person, just because we do post the assignments out there. And then if there's any support questions, whatever it might be, those are out there as well. And then we do post resources there as well. So, and then we love when you share your success stories. If you do a blend bash, use that hashtag PZ blend bash. So share any successes that you have or something that you learned that helped you in a party that you did or a connection that you made with a customer, whatever it may be. So of course we have the ZN app. So that will be for notifications, and then the tasks and the training stuff is out there as well. And then we have weekly assignments. Every single week there's something for you to do. And we changed our system. Some of you I know repeat Bash Camp. So we just want to make sure that you understand that each assignment has a value of 10 points. So, and there are 3 bonus point opportunities. We're going to talk about that in a couple of minutes. And you need a total of 130 total points to graduate. So then we want you to keep track of each week's assignments as you complete them. And we have a new form that we're going to show you. So I'm excited about that. So next from there, we do have a communication process that we use. So on Wednesdays, you'll get the reminder email like you did yesterday. On Friday, we have another email that comes out. It normally comes out in the morning before noon. It's a recap of all the assignments with the links. So that's all in one place for you. You have a survey typically each week that is for assignment completion. Some of the things we don't know you did it unless you tell us in that weekly assignment completion. So if you want to get credit for it, it's important for you to do that particular survey. We have the registration link for the following week's webinar each week. And then, of course, we'd love for you to keep track of those assignments as you go, because a lot of times people send messages to us and then it takes us time to go through and look for it. So PZ Bash Camp number 5 Facebook page, you can actually search for that. So if you've not joined it, you can do that, and then we'll approve you once we have a time to get through it and obviously confirm that you've registered for Bash Camp number 5. Okay, so our little mantra, we are hashtag I'm a Bash Camper, and each week we say I am, I can, I will, and I do. So we hope that for all of you. And then Erica, I think you're going to take over from here.
Alrighty. So Bash Camp was designed with you in mind to help you in varied areas of your business. Our goal for you is that you will host at least one Blend Bash party within the next 6 weeks. If Blend Bashes are already part of your routine, then we hope this encourages you to step up your Blend Bash activity.
Awesome. So next slide, I got to pay attention. Go ahead.
So when you graduate from Bash Camp, you will receive badge recognition at reunion. You'll be posted in ZebraNet as a Bash Camp graduate, and what you'll learn could just set you up to become a Pink Sapphire with more consistency and confidence.
Very exciting.
But in order to do that, you must complete the weekly assignments, which is required to graduate. But not only completing the assignments does it, help you graduate, but you also learn new things that can help you grow in your business. So you must earn, again, 130 total points to graduate. There are 130 points possible with the weekly assignments and the potential to earn 30 bonus points with the bonus assignments. So it's your choice how you earn your 130 points, whether you go for the bonus points and skip a few assignments, or you do all of the assignments and don't do any of the bonus points, or you can be an overachiever and do all of the assignments plus the bonus points, so which will give you a total of 160 points. So in order to graduate, again, assignments must be completed by May 9th, which is 2 weeks after Bash Camp ends.
Perfect. Okay, so I just want to make sure that you understand each one of these weeks, like in week 1, you've got the potential to earn 30 points because there's 3 separate assignments.
Mm-hmm.
So every single assignment is worth that 10 points. So if you do all of those, obviously the 130 happens, and then we've got those 3 bonus point options for you. So just pay attention to that because it makes a big difference in terms of you graduating. Okay, go ahead. Show this new cool tool you created.
So what I did for y'all this time is I created a checklist. So every time, as you can see, you'll have the week column, which is week 1, 2 through 6. And then it gives you the name of the assignment and the number of points. You can see week 1 assignment completion surveys. Those don't carry any points. It lets us know that you completed those assignments that we cannot personally track. And if you complete it, you'll just do a little check mark by them. And if you do all of the assignments with the bonus, you could earn 130 points. I'm sorry, I did that wrong. It's supposed to be 160.
Right, exactly.
130.
Mm-hmm.
And if you, on the control panel, if you look on the handouts, you can see where I uploaded that file. So if you want to download it and save it onto your laptop or on your phone, that would be great. That way you can print it out and say, hey, look, I completed all of week 1 assignments, week 2, and so forth.
Good job. It looks great. So the one thing I will say is this is for you to keep track of your assignments, not for us. Because by you doing the quizzes and you completing the surveys, we know what you're doing. So this is really for you to track this stuff as you go. So put this someplace visible that you can to look at, like you see, it on your phone if that's easier. So this is really for your use. We'll also upload that in this form in files on the Facebook page, so you can pull it from there as well. Okay.
Okay. So, we're going to be running your stats for February, which we'll post sometime next week onto our Facebook group page for comparison purposes. Our goal is to help you achieve an increase of 20% in business as a result of being a Bash camper. It will be your decision to implement some of the ideas and book more business to reach your goals. So don't be afraid to do things differently and break out of your comfort to increase your results, meaning, get more business and so forth.
Awesome. Okay.
And so the key is to be successful is to stick with the 6 weeks of training, do the weekly assignments, retain the information, apply those tools and resources that we give you so you can transform. So remember, information, application is transformation.
Fabulous.
And what you're seeing here is an overview of what you're going to be learning over the next 6 weeks. So in week 1, which is today, you're going to learn how to enter a blend batch order, establish goals, and build trust. Week 2, you're going to learn how to build relationships with your customers. Week 3, share a compelling reason to book a blend bash. Week 4, the keys to a $1,000 blend bash party. Week 5, how to make the most of a party. In week 6, how to build customer loyalty through service and follow-up. We are going to work through these sales cycles each week. So in this week, we're on stage 1, which is knowing how to enter a blend batch order, as I stated before, establishing goals and understanding how to build trust and integrity with your customers.
Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with our training for tonight. We'll walk you quickly through the placement of that blend bash order, as Erica mentioned. We'll talk about the importance of goal setting and why building trust is going to bring customers to you and keep them as long-term customers through service. Because certainly some of our more successful consultants have learned to build that great customer base that they continue to build on each month. But those continuing customers, because we're very fortunate to have a consumable product, continue to purchase, and it's really how you build your sales momentum. So Blend Bash really serves as the foundation for Bash Camp. So that's obviously where the name of Bash Camp came from, and it's for many reasons that we'll share with you over the next 6 weeks. So this certainly does not mean that Blend Bash is the only way. Many of you already have established a strong customer base that generates sales in many ways, whether it's one-on-ones, whether it's parties on the go, whether you're doing events. But we're just suggesting by using the Blend Bash as a foundation, you have the ability to bring more customers into your business and adding an additional way to generate income through Blend Bash sales. So you'll see why that they have statistically proven to be a good sales tool. So we just want you to know there's many, many ways to do the business. This is Blend Bash really, or Bash Camp really focuses specifically on the Blend Bash. So from our hosts, Pink Zebra has done numerous surveys that they really indicated from those surveys that booking parties could be stressful because they're worried that no one's going to attend. And some of you may have done parties in yourself and invited a bunch of friends and then no one showed up, or you only had a couple of people that did. So the other part of it is concern that no one would buy. So more importantly, I think dealing with the fact that cancellations and having friends that they thought were going to show up didn't end up showing up and ended up canceling, which is frustrating for a host, no question. So next, it was really obvious from the survey that we did that the party experience really needed to change. We know the market is changing, our consumer is changing, so everybody doesn't want to sit on the couch anymore and listening to that traditional long presentation talking about products. Surveys really indicated that people were ready for a mingle and shop kind of party, a DIY party. Everybody's loving that these days. And specifically from those that know Pink Zebra, really blending of the fragrances was really a high point for us as a company, and certainly something that we can do that no one else can. So we really thought, how could we marry all of that together to make for really a successful party experience for you, for your hosts, and certainly for the customers that attended these parties. And that was really where Blend Bash was born. So what does that really mean for you as a consultant? How does the Blend Bash actually help you? And you can see from all of these benefits that the Blend Bash is a win-win for everyone involved. So I'm not going to read all of those. You guys can look at that very quickly. But there's a lot of things that are going on at the Blend Bash itself that this type of party offers that others don't. The very last thing I will mention is that good hourly rate. So you'll see why that's so significant when you look at what a Blend Bash is doing. So our last bullet point, of course, mentions that good hourly rate. And if making more money interests you, which I hope all of you are saying yes, it does, let's take a look at the difference in numbers with a Blend Bash versus a traditional party. So when it comes to numbers, it's really hard to beat a Blend Bash. If you've ever dreamed of earning a 35% commission every time that you walked out the door to do a party, Blend Bash can really help you get there faster with less work. So in my opinion, why leave money on the table that you could be earning by just increasing your activity level slightly? So the average Blend Bash party is totaling out at about $640. And with just over 3 Blend Bash parties in a month, you can achieve that 2,000 SV or more. So that earns you that 35% commission level. So every time that you party on average, if you're at that level, you can earn $224 at a Blend Bash. Not bad pay for, 3 to 4 hours of work total, including commuting time and maybe entering that order, versus the $152.25 that comes from an average traditional party. So I really believe those numbers certainly speak for themselves. And it's every time that you can earn more in less time, in my opinion, that's a great way to go. And certainly it's a financial win in any way you look at it. So looking at a traditional party, it would take you 5 average parties to do the same amount of business that you could do in 3. And of course, now we know our host award program offers that extra free shade for hosting a Blend Bash to our hosts. Okay, now Erica, this is going to be you.
Okay.
So
I'm going to do is
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
sorry,
going to
go
go
ahead.
ahead and go into the order part for you.
Okay.
I got to do all the stuff I did earlier today, right? You guys got to be patient with me as I do this. This is interesting. Hold on one second. You seeing everything okay?
I can't see anything.
Oh, you can't. Seriously. All right, somebody like Lynette, if you're still listening, or anyone that knows lost your screen again. Okay, hold on, guys. I think what I need to do, I'm not sure what to do different, Erica.
Change presenter, maybe I can do it from there.
All right, I'll try that and see. Because I really thought just us going, because we tested this out today, and I really just thought us going to me doing a screen. Hold on a second. I got to think what to do here. What's interesting is I see your screen now.
You can see my screen now?
Yeah, because I can see the notices at the top, the resources area.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Lynette, can you tell me if you see it? Oh, it's good now, she said. Perfect.
Okay, cool.
So whatever you did, I don't know. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to walk you through the steps on how to create a Blend Bash party. So if you go to your shopping tab and select party, if it's a first-time host, of course you want to create a new host, but if it's someone you've already hosted a party for, then you can go ahead and type their name in, which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and create a new party. You want to verify that the host billing and shipping address is correct, their email addresses as well. Remember, for a Blend Bash party, for US, you have to plan it out 14 days out, and for Canada, at least 21 days out. So I'm just going to create a party for April 12th. The time, let's say 6:30 like we did earlier today.
Mm-hmm.
It automatically defaults the party type to Blend Bash. And you can enter in this section, you can enter where the party is going to be held at, or if it's in the same place, you can copy shipping address and enter a comment box of if it's an online party or, just personal notes. This is just for you to read. And you're going to go ahead and set up that Blend Bash order. It might take a while.
Did it actually click it? Because it doesn't look like try it again just to see. It didn't look like
There we go. Okay. Yeah, so sometimes you'll get this message here, which is basically confirming the address, and what it's doing here, it's what the system is setting it up for it to where it's appropriate for FedEx to ship those products. But it'll take you to this screen where you can enter your Blend Bash box. You can select on it, and it'll give you more details information about what's inside of a Blend Bash. And you'll enter the quantity of one. Note that if you're going to enter two blend bashes or more, you have to purchase more bash boxes. So remember, one blend bash equals 10 bash boxes, or 10 bash boxes equals one blend bash.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're going to two blend bashes, then you need to purchase 20 bash boxes.
But you don't have to buy them right then, because the idea is pre-selling.
No, of course.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to add it to your order. And you're going to see it here. Click next. And then you'll see the edit button, which you can change which type of blend bash you want. Make a payment, which you're not going to process a payment. And the reason for that is because you want your customers to purchase those 10 bash boxes so you can get the blend bash, which you can see is at $281.45 for free. And you can, from this point, you can start sending them the party invites or add a customer order. But here, when you select a party invite, you can't change. For example, let's say I have a coastal blend bash party theme, and I select Pink Zebra party tab. You're going to send your customers this invitation. So make sure you are sending them the correct invitation that's tied in with your party theme. And you can always view the sample if you want. But once you select the party invitation theme, which mine was Ladies Night Out, click save, and it's going to direct you to this page where you can start sharing your party URL. You can simply copy and paste it. Copy this link here. Oops, if I can get it to work. Sorry.
And that's the one at the bottom you can use too, like right under the invite.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that one.
Yeah.
Or you can enter your customer's name and their email, add them to your address book, and then add invites and send those invites.
So they have two choices, basically. They can go in and upload the email addresses for the guests that are going to be invited, and then do the add invitees and send invites, or they can copy that URL like you said, and then they can text it, they can email it, I guess they can post it on, I don't know, what happens if you post it? Do you know?
If you post it on Facebook, just make sure you tell them, look, this is my party theme. It's on this particular date. Please purchase your bash boxes and give them a date. Because remember, those bash boxes have to be ordered 7 days before your party date. Because if it's not, then you will be charged for the remaining bash boxes.
Right. Perfect. And that's really all they have to do, right?
Yep, that's pretty much it.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. So now send it back my way, because whatever you did, you can give it back to the screen. All right. So now, should I show my screen? That's what I did before. Yeah. Okay. So Lynette, she's like my little communication person here, making sure that you guys can see. I want to set this back up from beginning so they get the full screen effect. Oh, it's good. Awesome. Thank you. Oh, why did it go back to 1? I'll just skip through this. These computers, I tell you. Okay, so here we are. So it is still you. Thank you, Lynette. But you're still on, Erica.
Okay. So you've all probably heard of the acronym SMART for goal setting. If you're reluctant to set goals, as I am, don't be. Because it's proven through countless studies how writing down a goal gives you a greater chance of achieving them. And I've kind of learned that the hard way. But anyway, S stands for specific. Your goal needs to be specific enough that you know when you reach it, no vagueness allowed. Alrighty? So don't be vague about those goals or being specific. M is for measurable. In order to achieve a goal, you have to be able to measure it. Doing more sales, as an example, is not measurable. Stating that you want to sell 15,000 SV monthly is measurable, so you can do that.
Put that as annually and not monthly. I just realized it's 15,000.
Yeah. So maybe, how about this? 1,500 SV a month is doable. So you can
go. That's better.
You think so?
Sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. So A is attainable. I am all about setting a goal that stretches you. So B, but it also has to be within a possible realm. So goals are designed to stretch you, but shouldn't make it seem like you're climbing Mount Everest with no equipment. That's kind of unrealistic to do. But goals are also not meant to make you feel like you failed. They are there to help you do things you might not normally do. So when you're selecting a goal, make sure you're able to obtain it. R is for relevant. Don't set a goal that doesn't have some kind of importance to you. Does reaching the goal help you to reach or meet a financial need? Does it matter enough to you to make you committed to achieving it? So review your goals to make sure they make a difference to you. In T, of course, is time-based. Again, being specific allows you to work towards it and celebrate it when it happens. Nothing is going to create urgency if you set a goal that has no end to it. Achieving a rank by December 31st, as an example, is much more powerful than saying you want to advance rank with no time frame. When considering your goals, think about how it will impact you personally and as well as your family. Is travel to destinations that you would not normally be able to travel, is that important to you? Maybe having a consistent income, that may make a difference, whether something that you could pay a small bill or a large bill, or creating a budget that could take your family to vacation. You begin to dream about what could be possible earning $1,000 a month or more. So have you thought about what would make you feel successful? We're all about that. So do you know what would make you have that feeling of success if you were able to achieve it? Sometimes day-to-day expenses are covered, but having a nest egg emergency savings for when the car breaks down or considering college funds for your kids it could be important, or it would be important, sorry. For a great example is our executive director, Dana Lucanis. She was able to pay for her son's college tuition debt-free, which is, I think, in my opinion, awesome. And then we have several consultants as well within the company who were able to achieve, their goals by, by setting a goal for their family. So whatever that is to you, just make sure it's retainable. Sorry. So I believe we both need a short-term goal as well as a long-term goal. So make sure you are setting those goals, and by doing so, we have this monthly income goal setter, which is one of your assignments. So it is to use the goal setter to, like I said, sorry, they're nervous.
It's okay. This is your
So
first time, guys, so we're gonna you're doing fine.
So this helps you set your goal. You can enter the number, your party average versus desired monthly. You can enter that. So if you don't know what your desired monthly goal income is, you can just simply enter the company's average goal, which is roughly about 435, and it will calculate how many parties you have to do in a week or within a month. That way you can reach your goal.
So let's cover that to make sure they understand that you have there's 2 green areas there. So if you want to make $500 a month from your parties, it's an income goal setter based on commission, and you set the average at 437, which is the company average, or your own average, if you know what that is. It's going to calculate how many parties you need to do a week and monthly, and then how many bookings you need to do in order to be able to achieve that. And then it's going to calculate how much SV you're actually going to have. So you can keep entering different numbers in here and play with that, and it'll really kind of give you a little idea about what you need to do in order to reach the goal that you're trying to establish. So, okay?
Okay. And then I think it's you.
Yep, sounds good. So this goal setter is going to be in your assignments, like she said, and it's also going to be, of course, posted on the email that we send out tomorrow. All right, so you've probably all heard about becoming a Pink Sapphire. We've talked about that enough as a company in general, but that all happens with consistent sales activity. So look at what's required to become a Pink Sapphire, if that's something that's a goal of yours. So you need 15,000 SV in a year. The year runs from July 1st, in this case of 2018, through June 30th of 2019. So it is our reunion year that we're counting that 15,000 SV. So that is an average of 1,250 SV a month in order to achieve the 15,000, but it doesn't mean you have to do 1,250 each month. So if you have a high sales month of 3,000 or 4,000 in November, you can certainly cut back on some of your other months, but you need to average 1,250 in order to hit that 15,000 annually. And then you must graduate from Bash Camp to be recognized as a Pink Sapphire. So what does that really mean for you? It is the recognition at reunion, of course. This is going to be our first reunion that we will recognize our first group of Pink Sapphires. We've got a new reward, so kind of a cool thing. We will be doing some special online training for Pink Sapphires only. That's going to start probably in the next month. And people that are in this, what we call Sapphire Seeker stage, they're anybody that might be selling 600 to 1,200, so they're below that 1,250 averaging on a monthly basis. They are going to be invited to our future Pink Sapphire tour. So many of you have already been hearing about the tours. We've been traveling around the country already. But our Pink Sapphires from our last reunion year, which really was just a basis for us to begin, we use them as hosts for these events. And then anyone else that's in that 600 to 1,250 range and higher, of course, will get invited to the tours itself, which takes you through the training. So our whole idea behind these Pink Sapphire tours is really to help people see how a little increase in activity can create a larger business for you and create some consistent business. So we're going to move on now, shifting gears a bit and talk about trust and integrity that really truly go hand in hand in creating and keeping customers as they interact with you as a business person in Pink Zebra. So we know that customers make decisions every single day about who they're going to do business with or whether they're going to do business with a business or someone every time that they interact with you. So everything that you do as a consultant makes a difference if that customer is going to come back and deal with you again. So just take a look at really what creates trust or mistrust in this example with a customer. So your attitude, the communication that you use, how you handle their orders, how you take care of their parties, any problems that might arise as a result of an order that they received. Any of those contacts that you have with customers really determine if they decide to keep doing business with you or even better, refer you to others. So consider businesses that you've done business with and how they made you feel or how their business ethics could possibly have determined whether you chose to do business with them again. And both of these companies at one point made probably a poor decision that impacted its customers in really a negative way. So I don't want to say that either company is good or bad. That's not the intent here at all. It's just an example that trust in them was broken. So when we know that you lose trust in someone or a business of some sort, it just takes a lot of effort to rebuild that trust. So you can see that we establish trust in others based on their actions. Basically what we just talked about with those two companies. But yet we believe that we should be trusted based on our intent. So if our intent was good, but the customer doesn't perceive it that way, then we could possibly lose trust. So you always have to think, I always have to try to put myself on the customer's side to see how I would want to be treated if I was in that same situation. So it's just kind of an interesting thought. So integrity certainly plays a huge role in how customers view you. And so looking at what builds integrity, it's all about doing what you say you'll do, and you're always focused on building a relationship versus just getting that what I call hit and run sale. We'll share later in Bash Camp how when a customer returns and does business with you a second and a third time, how much of a greater chance you have of building a long-term relationship with them. So just treat your customers like you would like to be treated as a customer, as I said earlier. So we know that follow-up and customer service are key components of building trust. And certainly that's, I think, important in any type of business. But building that good follow-up routine and system are key to customers feeling like you care and that you really do appreciate their business. So we're going to cover follow-up in more detail in a future week of Bash Camp, but I just really wanted to bring this up tonight so that you can review that if, in fact, you have a follow-up system at all or what you are doing in terms of follow-up. And if you don't have one, to consider figuring one out. So whether it's a paper system using your planner to make sure that you're following up, whether you use that 222 system, contacting a customer 2 days after they've been to a party or 2 days after they've received their order, whatever works for you, 2 weeks later just to see if they're happy with their product, and then 2 months later that might be an opportunity for you to book a party or possibly resell product if they've actually gone through some of their sprinkles. So whether it's that paper system in your planner, like I mentioned, or you decide to go electronic, there's some recommendations here on the screen for you that you may want to consider. And TeamZ just got recommended to us this past week, so we just kind of added that as a last minute. So if you do need something electronic, there's a lot of apps available that you can just do right from your phone that'll help you with that follow-up system. But I can tell you that the consultants that I've talked to that have a consistent follow-up system have a much stronger foundation of customers than those that don't. So this is about just the 3 simple ways to really improve your customers' sales experience. The first is listening to their needs, really critical. The second is providing relevant information. So that means something that pertains to that need that they've expressed. And then number 3 is when responding to your customers' requests or their emails or returns, whatever it may be, that you do it in a timely manner. And typically, I would say if a customer would call me, I would want to be back to them within that same day or absolutely no longer than 24 hours later. So this is where assignment number 2 comes in. It's just really kind of a fun quiz. It only take you about probably 4 minutes to do, and it's a quiz about how trustworthy are you. So you'll need to complete the assignment survey also that we mentioned earlier that you're going to see in the email tomorrow so that we know that you've completed this assignment, because a couple of them like this that's done on a separate app, we don't have any way of tracking whether you did it or not. So those assignment surveys become very important so we can give you the points that are necessary for that particular assignment. So the knowledge that you build as a consultant builds credibility in you as a consultant as well. So if you've ever been, this is all about competency, which means, becoming an expert in your business and in your industry. So some of you that may be more new to the company or new to the products, you've got a little bit of learning to do, but anything you can do to just engage yourself in learning more about the products is going to help you feel more confident and comfortable with your customers. And I don't know about you, but if you ever go into a store, I'm going to just say Home Depot as an example, and maybe I needed some help with a specific electric tool. This happened to me actually a couple weeks ago, and I was trying to figure out how to work this particular sander that I was trying to use, and the guy had no idea what I was talking about. He absolutely could not help me. And so when that happens, it just makes you frustrated. So I'll just tell you, the more that you learn, the more that you can share, and certainly the more confident that you're going to be at parties and events. Your catalog is a great resource, as well as videos and other resources that we have available on the app. So any of those kinds of things that will just get you into the product and help you to learn some of the things about your product is going to help, no question. So when you think about learning and then sharing that knowledge and then servicing your customers, that all comes under that competency header. So learn everything, as I said, that you can about your products. A couple things you could do is just understand why Pink Zebra is different than its competitors. So if you've tried maybe some of the others that are out there, whether it's, I don't want to mention any names in particular, but I'm sure some of you know, just try some of the other products. Maybe you were a customer of some of those other products or companies, and now you're selling Pink Zebra because you saw how much better it was. So, and then just as you're talking to your customers or anybody that was at a party, asking them why they love these products, and then share their testimonials in your social media outlets, because we know that testimonials from customers sell product. People trust other people. And certainly if you're at a party, they trust their friend more than they trust you. So if there is someone there that actually has products in their home, or they've been a host before, or you know that they've purchased the product before, ask them to share their opinion, because it certainly will help you and help bring down some of those walls of people feeling like you're the salesperson. So you're, of course, going to be behind the product. And then the other thing is you're communicating with customers and doing that process of building that relationship, to be asking about their customer or their fragrance preferences. And if they have any odor challenges in their house, whether it's smelly kids that are in sports, or whether their car constantly smells like it's mildewy, or they've got pets that they need to deal with, whatever the case might be, because you've got solutions you can offer. And the only way you can do that, of course, is if you ask questions. So assignment number 3 is all about this Be in the Know quiz. And I will warn you that this quiz is a little bit longer than some of the other ones that we have. And it will probably require that you look at a few resources to figure out all the answers. So Erica, there are several product videos on the app, right?
Yes.
Okay. So some of those things, going through the resources area and looking at some of the content in there, there's some video in there. So this one is probably going to take not terribly long. It's not an awful survey at all, but it'll just help you to really get an understanding of how much you do know, and then really help you to figure out some of the areas that you might be able to fill the gaps with some of the stuff that you're going to try to learn. We don't rate you on the survey at all. We don't give you a grade based on it. It's really to help you to figure out how much you do know, and maybe some of the areas that you can fill in those areas where you feel like you don't know. So just have fun with it. It's a great quiz. All right. And then this kind of brings us to our Jeopardy game show that we're going to host in a couple of weeks. And it ties directly to that Be in the Know quiz that you're going to take. Because if you take the quiz, it'll help you to understand the Jeopardy game. And we actually select 5 leaders. They're the people that are the top partiers in the month of March, I think is what we're going to use. And so they'll be our 5 Jeopardy leaders, and then we'll assign you guys all to teams, and you earn points for being part of a team, and certainly the leaders will earn a point for playing the game with us. But you absolutely need to go through that Be in the Know quiz to be prepared for Jeopardy, because it's basically the same questions. All right, I think it's back to you, Erica.
Okay, so just to recap, we have 3 assignments in week 1. The first one is the income goal setter. Assignment number 2 is take the trust quiz. And the 3 is be in the know quiz. Remember, each assignment is worth 10 points. Once you completed those assignments, you have to complete the assignment survey so you can get points for those, because that's the only way we can track that.
Mm-hmm. And the assignment survey is very, very quick. So most of these things you'll get through in a few minutes, other than the be in the know quiz, that'll take you a little bit longer. So I think we're good. So that brings us to the end. As I'm a bash camper, as we always say, I am, I can, I will, I do, and I did. So you've got week 1 now behind you. Next Thursday, March 28th, we'll be at the same time, same place. You'll get an email tomorrow that will recap these assignments and give you the link to register for week 2. And with that, I mean, we are done, Erica.
Yay!
Good job. So thank you for being my assistant tonight and my cohort in crime.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So you'll hear more from Erica next week as well. And we just wish you guys all a great night. If you do have any specific questions, you certainly can direct them our way, but hopefully that email will answer everything. And I do post a link on the Facebook group for the email. Sometimes those emails go astray. They go into your spam. So always check for the link itself, because as soon as I send that out, I post the link as well. So, yeah.
So don't forget to download that document of the checklist. And again, we'll post it up on the Facebook page. And y'all have a great night.
Awesome. Good night, Erica. Bye, everybody. Take care.
Bye, Connie.
All right.
Good night, everyone.